Imagine what it's like to have your life broadcasted to the world, your every move documented for millions to see. That was the life of the Franke family on their YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. A seemingly ordinary family from Utah, the Frankes became an internet sensation, drawing in viewers from all corners of the globe. The appeal was simple, a window into the everyday life of a large, bustling family. 8 Passengers was born out of the rising popularity of family vlogging, a genre that has captivated audiences with its promise of authenticity and relatability. The Franke family was no exception. Their channel featured a colourful mix of home tours, holiday celebrations, and seemingly mundane moments that were somehow transformed into must-see content. Ruby Franke, the matriarch, was at the helm of this online empire. Known for her candidness and at times unorthodox parenting methods, she became the face of the 8 Passengers brand. Alongside her husband, Kevin, they documented the ups, downs, and everything in between of raising their 6 children. To their subscribers, the Frankes were the epitome of a perfect family, living a life that was as entertaining as it was enviable. Yet, as the channel grew, so did its influence. The Franke family's life was no longer just their own. It belonged to the millions of viewers who tuned in each week to watch their latest adventures. This public life, however, came with a price. The Frankes' every decision, every interaction, every punishment was subject to public scrutiny. And as the audience grew, so did the expectations. But as the Franke family's star rose, so did the concerns. Behind the laughter, the holidays, and the family outings, there were moments that raised eyebrows, moments that hinted at a reality far removed from the picture-perfect family life they projected. However, beneath the charming family facade, a dark undercurrent was brewing. What started as a fun, family-oriented channel was about to take a sinister turn, exposing a side of the Franke family that no one could have anticipated. The rise of 8 Passengers was just the beginning. The real story was yet to unfold. As the channel grew in popularity, so did the controversy surrounding Ruby Franke's parenting choices. The 8 Passengers channel provided the world with a window into the lives of the Franke family, and more specifically, into the parenting style of Ruby Franke. As we delved deeper into their world, a pattern of questionable parenting decisions began to emerge, ones that were broadcasted for all to see under the guise of entertainment. Ruby Franke, the matriarch of the family, seemed to have an unusual approach to discipline. There was the incident where she threatened to take away the privilege to eat dinner from her sons for simply engaging in what appeared to be playful roughhousing. This incident raised many eyebrows as it seemed an overreaction to a common sibling interaction. Then there was the episode where Ruby's then 5-year-old daughter was left to go hungry at school because she had forgotten her lunch. Instead of providing a solution, Ruby expressed the hope that no one would give her daughter any food. It was a shocking moment that left many viewers questioning the mother's empathy towards her own child. But the instances of questionable parenting didn't stop there. Ruby and her husband Kevin subjected their then 15-year-old son to sleep in the basement on a beanbag for 7 months as punishment for pulling pranks on his younger brother. This extended period of isolation seemed to be more of a cruel and unusual punishment rather than an effective disciplinary measure. Furthermore, the couple chose to publicly humiliate the same son by reading his private text messages out loud at dinner. It was a blatant invasion of privacy that showed a concerning lack of respect for the child's personal boundaries. And let's not forget the time when Ruby and Kevin decided to take their then 10 and 8-year-old children out of school for a day to clean floors all day long. To add insult to injury, they then told the children that Santa wasn't coming for them and gave them no presents that Christmas, while their older siblings received gifts. They justified this harsh treatment by saying the children needed to experience pain due to being selfish. It's clear that these instances of discipline were not about teaching the children valuable life lessons, but rather about exerting control and instilling fear. Ruby Franke's parenting style seemed to revolve around humiliation and deprivation, which are far from nurturing or constructive. Perhaps most damning of all is the fact that their eldest daughter, Shari, has publicly spoken out against her parents' actions. She revealed that she had tried to get authorities involved several times before the arrest, further validating the concerns raised by the viewers of the channel. What's particularly disturbing about these incidents is that they were willingly shared with the world. Ruby Franke seemed to feel no shame or remorse about her actions, instead choosing to document and broadcast them for everyone to see. These videos raised many eyebrows, yet they were only the tip of the iceberg. In August 2024, a shocking turn of events led to the arrest of Ruby Franke and her business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt. The news reverberated around the world, leaving many in disbelief. Ruby Franke, the face of the once popular family vlogging channel 8 Passengers, was now facing serious charges of child abuse. The arrest came after Franke's 12-year-old son was found malnourished, wounded, and with duct tape around his wrists and ankles. The young boy had managed to escape from Hildebrandt's home and seek help from a neighbor. But the horror didn't end there. When the police arrived, they found Franke's 10-year-old daughter in a similar state. Both children were severely malnourished and in immediate need of medical attention. They were quickly transported to a hospital, their conditions a stark testament to the unimaginable abuse they had suffered. Franke and Hildebrandt were subsequently charged with 4 counts of child abuse. The severity of these charges reflects the extent of the physical and emotional harm inflicted on the children. But even as the legal proceedings unfolded, many couldn't help but recall the numerous red flags that had been visible on the 8 Passengers channel over the years. After the arrest, the 4 minor Franke children were taken into custody by the Division of Child and Family Services. The children were finally safe, but the damage had been done. The once seemingly picture-perfect family was now at the center of a horrifying child abuse case. As the news of the arrest spread, shockwaves rippled through the YouTube community. Many began questioning how such abuse could have gone unnoticed for so long. The arrest served as a grim reminder of the dark side of family vlogging, exposing the grave dangers that can lurk behind the scenes of these seemingly innocent videos. The arrest of a popular family vlogger sent shockwaves through the YouTube community and the world at large. The story of Ruby Franke is a chilling reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to protect the most vulnerable among us, even when they seem to be living a picture-perfect life on screen. Despite the overwhelming evidence and public outrage, the conclusion of Franke's case was far from a foregone conclusion. As the legal proceedings began, the world watched, waiting for justice to be served. The prosecution presented a damning case, drawing from the harrowing evidence discovered at the time of the arrest. Franke and her business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, were charged with 4 counts of child abuse each, but it was Franke who was in the spotlight. In a surprising twist, both Franke and Hildebrandt took a plea deal. They pleaded guilty to 4 out of the 6 counts of child abuse against Franke's 2 youngest children. The courtroom was filled with a collective gasp as the pleas were heard, a grim reminder of the horrors that had taken place. The conviction that followed was a chilling affirmation of the abuses that had occurred. Franke and Hildebrandt were sentenced to prison, the length of their sentences yet to be determined. The news shook the YouTube community and the public at large, serving as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame and the potential for exploitation. The fallout for the Franke family was enormous. Ruby and Kevin Franke, once the picture-perfect vlogging couple, went through a tumultuous divorce. Kevin distanced himself from the controversy, filing for divorce and stepping away from the public eye. Yet the question of custody remained a contentious issue. After the arrests, the 4 minor Franke children were taken into protective custody by the Division of Child and Family Services. Their future was uncertain, adding another layer of tragedy to this already heartbreaking situation. The conviction of Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt sent a shockwave through the family vlogging community. It served as a stark reminder of the responsibility that comes with the platform and the potential for misuse. Yet amid the controversy, the most important factor remained the welfare of the children involved. With the conviction, a grim chapter in YouTube family vlogging came to a close. The story of Ruby Franke serves as a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the darker side of fame and the potential for exploitation in the pursuit of online success. The case of Ruby Franke serves as a chilling reminder of the potential downsides of family vlogging. This is not an isolated incident, but rather a symptom of a larger issue that permeates the family vlogging community. The exploitation and abuse that were revealed in the Franke case underscore the potential dangers lurking behind the seemingly wholesome facade of family vlogs. Family vlogging at its core blurs the line between public and private life. It involves sharing intimate moments with a global audience, often without the full understanding or consent of the children involved. The Franke case has brought to light how this lack of privacy can escalate into something far more sinister. The vulnerability of children, who are unable to comprehend the implications of their lives being broadcasted to the world, leaves them susceptible to exploitation and abuse. Moreover, the quest for views, likes, and subscribers can lead to the commodification of family life, where every moment is an opportunity for content generation. This can result in the prioritization of profit over the well-being of family members, as seen in the Franke case. The drive to create engaging content can sometimes overshadow the need for ethical boundaries, leading to the cruel and unacceptable treatment of children. The Franke case also highlights the need for stricter regulations and oversight in the world of family vlogging. Currently, there are limited safeguards to protect children in this sphere. The lack of clear guidelines and regulations leaves a gaping hole that can be exploited by those with malicious intent. In response to this, there have been calls for platforms like YouTube to implement stricter policies and for the introduction of legislation to protect the rights of children involved in family vlogs. But it's not just about regulations and policies, it's also about societal attitudes and perceptions. There's a need to challenge the notion that everything seen on these channels is real and accurate. The shiny, happy veneer of family vlogs can often mask the darker realities behind the scenes. As consumers of content, we must learn to question and critically evaluate what we see, rather than accepting it at face value. Furthermore, parents who choose to vlog their family lives must consider the long-term implications for their children. The internet is forever, and the moments shared online today could potentially haunt these children in their future. It's crucial for parents to weigh the immediate benefits of family vlogging against the potential impact on their children's future privacy and mental health. The case of Ruby Franke is a wake-up call for the family vlogging community and its viewers. It's a stark reminder of the potential for exploitation and abuse, the violation of children's privacy, and the urgent need for reform in this space. It's a call to action for all of us, regulators, platforms, parents, and viewers, to ensure that the rights and well-being of children are prioritized above all else. As viewers and consumers of content, we must remember that the lives we see on our screens are not always as they appear. In the wake of Ruby Franke's conviction, many questions remain. The aftermath of this disturbing case continues to reverberate not just within the Franke family, but throughout the entire sphere of family vlogging and beyond. At the heart of this maelstrom is the shattered Franke family. The 4 younger children, victims of their own mother's abuse, are now in the care of Child and Family Services. Their journey to recovery will be long and arduous, fraught with trauma that no child should ever have to experience. We can only hope that they will find the strength and the support they need to heal and move forward. Their older sister, Shari, remains a beacon of courage, having spoken out publicly against her parents' actions and their ties to the controversial connections. This case has also sparked a fierce debate about the potential need for legal changes. The Franke case has exposed gaping loopholes in our current regulations around child protection, particularly when it comes to the intersection of parenting and social media. It has raised pressing questions about how we can better safeguard children from exploitation and abuse in the age of the internet. Furthermore, the public perception towards family vlogging has undergone a seismic shift. The idyllic, picture-perfect veneer of family vlogging has been irrevocably tarnished by the grim reality of the Franke case. Viewers are now more aware and more skeptical of the content they consume. They are questioning the authenticity of what they see and critically examining the potential harm that such exposure might inflict on the children involved. The Franke case has also highlighted the role of the community in safeguarding children. It was, after all, a vigilant neighbour who ultimately rescued Franke's children. This serves as a stark reminder of our shared responsibility to protect the most vulnerable among us. We must remain alert, ready to intervene when we see signs of abuse or neglect, no matter how seemingly insignificant they may be. Yet, despite the changes already set in motion, the full repercussions of the Franke case are still unfolding. The ramifications will likely continue to be felt for years to come, shaping the landscape of family vlogging and reshaping our attitudes towards child protection. Only time will tell what the true legacy of the Franke case will be. Until then, we must remain vigilant and critical of the content we consume. We must remember that behind every screen, every video, every smiling family portrait, there are real people with real lives, real struggles and real pain, and we must do everything in our power to ensure that no child ever has to endure what the Franke children went through.